Hello there, Lester Yanovich here for another edition of Wednesday's Wonders. Today's wonder occurred to me just a little while back when I was chatting with a young fellow who was just about to enter college, and he was asking my advice on career options in the future and what he should go into. Well, it occurred to me, and I didn't tell him this, but it seems that in the near future, say a decade or more, there won't be any jobs available. I mean, everything's going to be automated or computerized of sort. And people will just be expendable. And I still don't know of a college course, or a major for that fact, called Expendable Technologies now. So I didn't really know what to say, but it made me think also about my own situation. You see, I've been doing what it is I do for a very long time, and as important as it is and such, well, it just doesn't stimulate me like it used to. And I thought, I wonder what I could do differently, find myself a new career choice. So today's wonder is, I wonder what those choices might be. So give me a few minutes and I'll go contemplate and ponder this a little bit, and I'll be right back with you. Well, I'm back. And after considerable contemplation and self-analysis in that respect, I have come up with a remarkable conclusion to begin with. And that is, it appears that even I am working with 3 strikes against me. That's correct. No, I'm not talking about my age or my intimidating good looks or anything like that. What I'm talking about is, well, it appears that, well, I don't have any appreciable skills to speak of, or talents for that matter, and even though I'm quite knowledgeable, I don't have any specific knowledge or expertise in one particular area or subject. So that could be a problem in my career hunt, I thought. So it occurred to me that, well, perhaps once again, I need to think outside the box. Yes, do something different. Don't think like everybody else. Think just outside the box. And I'd like to get into something, well, a little more interesting and maybe perhaps a little bit erotic and things like that. So what could I do? Well, it occurred to me, well, one of the things I could do is I could be a witch doctor. Yes, I hear they're quite popular these days. And quite frankly, I don't need much. All I need to do is go to the backyard and maybe pull some weeds and dig up some roots and reach up and pull some leaves off the tree and such and mix them up, make me a little water elixir on there, put it in a bottle, and wham bam. Come on over, I'll cure your ailments, whatever they be. That's correct. Let's say somebody comes over with a common cold, for example. Well, I'll give them a special bottle of my elixir, and I'll just say something like, well, now this is very slow acting elixir that I have. So what I need you to do is take this twice a day, go home and get some rest and drink some other fluids, and I guarantee you within the next 2 to 3 days, you're going to start feeling better again. Well, not only would more people come and pay me for those bottles, but I would soon be revered as, well, a wise elderly statesman. I can live with that. Now, well, what else could I be? Since one thing is, well, I've got a lot of life experience, as we all know. I thought, well, why not give back a little bit? And in doing so, I could be a life coach. Yes, indeed, a life coach. I mean, I could share with people my life experiences and tell them just explicitly how they could do better in living their lives to be less stressful and happier in life. Once again, I would soon be revered as a statesman of sort, and people would come all about just looking for my advice on how to live their life. The other thing I thought, well, you know, I watch a lot of television, so I'm quite experienced in that. So I thought, well, why don't I get on television? I could be someone who does infomercials. Yes, I mean, with my looks and personality, just imagine how that would be. I could tell people what exactly they need to buy. For example, I could tell them about my prescription windshield. That's correct. Just imagine. You would no longer need your glasses to drive down the road. Just buy my prescription windshield. I think within 2 to 3 minutes, I could get them to upgrade to the bifocal windshield. That's correct, yes. Because with that, you can see the signs far away, but you can focus on the road in front of you. How wonderful might that be? So given all of that, I sat there a little bit longer and all of a sudden, I had an epiphany. It occurred to me as I continued contemplating that perhaps if I can, let's say, lie to people and make them feel better about it, such as a witch doctor, or I could tell them how best to live their lives as a life coach, or better yet, sell them a bunch of crap they don't need, well, I think it's time for me to go into politics. That's correct. I think I could go quite far, don't you? Matter of fact, I think I could be the next rising star on the political horizon. I could go all the way if we all gave this a shot. I even came up with my own platform. And my platform, and please excuse the colloquialisms, but I tried to make it as simple as I could so everybody could understand. You know, that's what I do. But my platform is very simple. It is basically, if you ain't got it, then you don't need it. If you got it, then you need to give it to me. I, for one, think that pretty much epitomizes the current state of governance in this land that we live in, and I think with that I could do quite well. I just hope there's nobody out there planning on changing that anytime soon until I get to the top. So with that, I'm going to leave you for just a little bit until next week, but I have to say, if things go as expected in this respect, well, I may not have time for these weekly Wednesday wonders. But the good news is, my friends, that if they do go well, and I'm pretty sure they will, well, I could just be in your life every day of the week. How wonderful would that be? I will see you next week, I hope, for the next week's edition of Wednesday's Wonder.